Hey, this is Matthew from Local Demo Service and also Elemental Outdoor Training. And I'm here with Mark from IWON Organics, as well as Jan from Happy Campers Gluten Free. And we're doing a quick episode on how fitness, health, and nutrition integrate into being a great business leader, as well as a innovative individual in the CPG world. So I'm just going to throw out some questions right here. Real quick, I figure we can have each of these brand owners introduce themselves. So let's start with you, Mark. Can you give us a quick intro on IWON Organics, what you do, and how it relates to fitness?
Mark Samuel, founder, IWON Organics, from the back seat of my car, pulled off the road to hit this Zoomcast for you. We make plant-based savory snacks. We are known for our puffs and our sticks, launching and have launched in about 5,000 stores thus far. All about health and fitness to the core of me and to the core of my being. It's the foundation for everything that I do, outside of just work. Everything that I do in terms of life with my family, my kids, and everything that starts my day and ends my day is all really off the foundation of health and fitness, both physically as well as nutritiously when it comes to foods.
Very cool. Very cool. I love it. And Jan, let's have you do your intro for Happy Campers Gluten Free.
Certainly. Delighted to do it. And thanks for having me on. Happy Campers Gluten Free Bakery. That's my business that I started with my wife about 10 years ago. We are all about gluten-free bread that's also organic, plant-based, and made with ancient whole grains. So we strive to be the healthiest gluten-free bread you can buy, but it's also one that's got a really nice texture, great taste, one that kind of fits into your everyday lifestyle, just like a regular bread would. And as I mentioned, we're all about healthy, all about ancient whole grains, all about organic. So we just try to provide that wholesome nutrition to everybody's day.
Very cool. So what I figure we can do now is we'll take turns. I'll ask a question. Mark will answer first, and then we'll have him pause, and then Jan, you can jump in and give your answer. But first question, you both have employees or at least people on your team. Do your employees participate in fitness activities? Do you do fitness activities with them? And then 3, do you think that it helps them and their brain power when they're performing for you and your brand?
Well, we have a unique situation. I do not hire anyone who cannot bench press 300 pounds and squat 650. So it's I got to tell you, it's very, very difficult to get in the door. No, literally. I'm so into foundationally into the lifestyle of health and fitness that I invoke it. I talk of it often. So I even use it in terms of strategy and the way that I articulate messaging. Somebody who would understand if they've talked to me before, but I don't. You can never push something on somebody. I think that's one of those things that globally, but specifically here, in the U.S. that we have a problem with when it comes to diets and people being forced to try to do something. I'm not really big into that model. I do talk about balanced nutrition and why it's so important. And again, because of my messaging and because I live the lifestyle, I think it does move into others that are around me, both in work and outside of work. So our team members are fairly healthy. We're blessed for that. There is potentially a reason that they're involved with a healthy, better-for-you snack company. So I think that comes with the territory. I think you need to be into the products and the services that you may be selling. And so I think it just happens naturally in our instance.
Excellent. Great response. Jan, what about you?
I would completely agree with everything that Mark said. You can't really push it on people, and the best you can do is kind of lead by the example, and then have the conversations. Connect on that human level. Like, what did you do this weekend? And if most of the team is saying, I went out into the garden, I did yoga in the morning, and then maybe I worked out or went on a hike, it kind of creates this kind of energy that people are naturally being part of. So we don't have any requirements of needing to, curl a 50-pound bag of flour in your left arm or anything like that. But again, just kind of leading by the example. And I think it's infectious. And we've kind of seen that people are naturally gravitating toward that.
Excellent. Great leadership wisdom from both you guys right there. I'll probably do 2 more questions and then we'll close. Next question, how do you think health and fitness, especially in the CPG world, plays into what's going on with this whole COVID-19 situation?
How it plays in is one thing, but I can just talk specifically about immunity. And I talk about it myself on my own pages, and people sort of know my opinion about, I definitely want this thing to be opened back up again. I am not political at all. In fact, I just want this to be opened. I want us to get back to whatever the new normal is. And as far as what that means for individuals, this is really all about immunity. And that is why you see the real statistics, not the politically biased ones, the factual statistics. This is one of those things where if you have a stronger immunity, you're younger or you're healthy, you are going to be safer and much, much safer than those that don't. So if you're elderly or you have a pre-existing condition, it's going to be tougher to fight off not just this, but really any sort of sickness. And so immunity is a really strong, powerful word that had been used previously, but it's going to be used a lot more. And so taking care of yourself, both physically, emotionally, mentally, both in nutrition and physically, is going to be an important piece to moving forward for all of us.
Excellent. Great response. And yeah, I agree. I'm hoping that this is all over with soon. And one of the things we're trying to do with Elemental Outdoor Training is get everybody back into the groove of things, get businesses, people supporting local businesses and gathering on that note. And so that's really kind of what we're built on. So I totally agree with everything you're saying there, Mark. Jan, what's your response to the question?
It comes down to that immunity, as you said, and everybody probably defines fitness a little bit differently. In my mind, it's kind of that pursuit of your best possible body function, so to speak. And so that includes, stronger, healthier, faster, more limber self. And so that healthy body is just naturally going to respond to any stresses better. So, the better we can take care of ourselves, especially in this time, the healthier we're going to be. Perhaps in a way, it's kind of a nice, in a way, it's kind of a check on how we're all doing physically and immunity-wise. And, you need a strong immune system to function in any world, whether it's filled with, super infectious viruses or not. So perhaps this can serve as a little bit of an encouragement to all of us to, take this issue seriously and really take better care of ourselves.
Very cool. Agreed. Yeah, I think we all definitely need to improve our immunity. Now, on that note, I'll do one more question and then we'll close up here. I think both your guys' brands are amazing. I definitely consume both your guys' products on a regular basis. So I think both your brands are fit for every single person in the United States and in the world, really. I think it'll benefit everybody. But what is the particular type of person or athlete, since we're speaking of fitness, that your brand would serve best if they were to purchase and consume?
Well, we have one of those really easy answers, which is one that most want to have when it comes to foods, which is it's for everybody. But when we break down, if I were to show you a sales deck, we really do break down all of the demographics, and it is actually because we are a very simple product to its core. Our main ingredients for our snacks are peas, beans, and brown rice. Everybody has that, whether or not you're my 6-year-old son to my good friends who are high-level athletes, right? To my mother who, has, multiple 5-ounce bags in her cabinet. We are truly for everybody because balanced nutrition and balanced nutritional profiles and the habit of eating that way is for everybody. It's something that I wholeheartedly believe in and subscribe to. And I, that's really kind of a nice benefit for us, in not only how we're building our brand, but how the messaging is put out there.
Excellent. And Jan, what about you?
Great. Our bread, or our product, is bread, so that kind of needs no explanation. It's perhaps one of the most, it's a staple, right, that everybody knows and everybody understands. So our product is certainly for those people who already eat bread, and then people who are perhaps made a change to gluten-free, more specifically. It's not exclusive, of course, to gluten-free people, because anybody can eat it, and it's good for anybody to have a nutritious variety. In our diets, we tend to be pretty monotonous. So you just eat, a lot of people end up eating a lot of wheat flour in their bread, in their pastas, in their snacking. Not obviously Mark's snacks, but many other snacks just include the wheat flour. So, for us, making our bread with millet, quinoa, sorghum, buckwheat, amaranth, hemp seeds, sunflower seeds, those are all the flours that we use in our bread. So it's a great variety for anybody. And I would say, more specifically, our bread being organic and being, again, made from those ancient whole grains, it's for the customer who is looking to kind of take their bread to another level. They're looking to kind of trade up that bread that's made with conventional rice flour, made with canola oil, a ton of potato starch, cornstarch, and sugar. And they're looking for a bread that's made from more wholesome ingredients, who are organic, don't have any sugar, and have more protein and more fiber. So again, it's an everyday product. You can make a great sandwich, take it to school, or take it to work, take it to practice, or it's just a way to get more nutritious food throughout your day. And that's obviously important to fuel, whether it's your workout or whether it's your everyday life, or your work. That's just what we try to provide. So it's that simple product, better for you, more nutritious, good for anybody, especially for those who are looking to kind of trade up their current options that they eat.
Outstanding. Well, I love you guys both. Thank you so much for putting this together. Mark from IWON Organics, and thanks for being on the show, Jan from Happy Campers Gluten Free. For all you folks listening, if you're looking to bring your snacking and your meals to a whole nother level, take a look in the footnotes. We're going to have some links to both IWON Organics as well as Happy Campers Gluten Free and Elemental Outdoor Training. So thank you so much for your time. Appreciate you guys.
Our pleasure. Thank you.